Hi Sheri, David here at the Hot Shop and Live, Laugh, Love Arts in Portland, Oregon. Today I'll be showing you a demonstration on how we make our garden flowers. So I'll be working on an iron, just like this one here, that holds onto a copper tube so I can work directly off the end of the copper. First I need to heat up the copper so it's red hot so the glass will actually stick to it. Molten glass only sticks to things that are of like temperature. And this reheating oven that I'll be working out of is 2,200 to 2,300 degrees. Once this copper is nice and hot, then I'm going to head over to the other side of the studio and get some glass out of the furnace to increase the diameter at the end of the copper tube. Alright, so now I'm ready to gather some glass out of the furnace. So it's 2,100 degrees inside the furnace over here with about 50 pounds of clear glass. And just rotating the copper in the glass and lifting upwards. Now I have to cool this off so I can get another 2 layers of clear glass on the end of the copper so I have enough glass to make the flower. So I'm rolling the glass on this table here. This table is called a marber, and it's a 1/2 inch thick sheet of stainless steel. Absorbs around 400 degrees every 30 seconds. The glass is touching the table. The table itself still stays room temperature to the touch. So once this is nice and cool, I'm going to get another 2 layers of clear glass. As I go along, I need to also tighten this bolt because the expansion and contraction of the copper heating and cooling, it could potentially slide out the end and then I'd have to start all over again. Get another 2 layers of clear glass. Just doing a quick dunk in here. And I'll let the room temperature just cool this off. And then get one last layer. This would not be enough glass right now to make a nice sized garden flower. And get one more layer. I'm going to cool off the iron so I get a nice wide handstand so it's easier to lift this up. And then to do the color application for the flower that you chose, we'll be using the blueberry color that you chose for one of the flowers. And to do the color application, I'm just going to flip the iron up vertical, let most of the glass drip off on center, and now I'm going to push down until the copper touches the color itself. And I'm going to let this sit here so it solidifies and keeps a nice disc shape, so I have a base to work off of to make the flower. If I picked it up too soon and the glass was really hot, the glass would collapse down on itself. It would be really hard to make a flower if that were to happen. Tighten down the bolt one more time. So now this is solidified so I can pick it up without it collapsing. You can see all of the color that we need is picked up on the face of the flower. And now I have to melt all this in so it fuses to the clear glass so it becomes one piece of glass at a molecular level. I'm just going to take a little bit for the heat to melt all this color in. And once I see all of the color spread out across the surface of the face of the flower, then I'm going to sit down at the workbench and use my tweezers to start flattening out the face of the flower. You can see the color is starting to spread out across the surface. And in just a moment, then I'll start to shape out or flatten out the face of the flower, and then crimping it with tweezers. And as I go along, I need to make sure to keep cooling off the tweezers, because if the tips of the tweezers get too hot, they'll stick to the surface of the glass. And once I come out of this reheating oven, all of that purple and blue color in the blueberry mixture is going to look bright orange. That's just because of the heat of the glass and how it affects the appearance of the color. So I'm going to cool off the tweezers. Now I'm going to start crimping the face of the flower to flatten it out. I'm going to dump the tweezers to cool them off. I'm going to get every area that I haven't squeezed yet. So I just pull in the face of the flower away from the copper. And then I have to heat this up one more time so it's nice and hot so I can pull the face of the flower even further to make the stem nice and long. And one more heat up. And when I go back over to the bench, I'm going to hang the iron down vertical and use the tweezers again to pull the face of the flower even further down towards the floor. Make the stem nice and long. Grab on and pull downward. And there's our stem. Alright, so now that we have the full length of the stem, I'm going to rest the face of the flower here on the railing. I'm going to rotate the iron and give a nice spiral to the stem for decoration. And I'm just going to let this solidify, so when I bring it over to the break-off table, it's not going to warp its shape at all. Alright, so now I have to slide the copper tube out of this holder. Loosening up the bolt, I'm able to pull the copper out of the holder here. I'm going to put on my Kevlar glove because the glass is still about 1,000 degrees. And there's our garden flower. I hope you enjoy that. So I have to put it away into what's called an annealing oven. And annealing is the process of bringing hot glass down to room temperature slowly so it doesn't crack or explode, because if it cools off too quick, it'll reach thermal shock and crack or explode. But I hope you enjoyed that video, and hopefully next time we'll be able to show you some more things about what we do here.
Hey, we're putting this on our YouTube channel so that you can actually see the flowers being made, and not only being made, but what they look like after we put them in the annealer at night to bring them down the next day. So we made them yesterday, Friday, today's Saturday, and the box is now about 100 degrees, so we always try to take everything out at about 100 degrees so we can get it running for the next day. And you have 4th of July, fruit punch, blueberry, cherry red, purple rose, pink camo. By the way, thank you. Small business, we love the orders. So we're gonna pull them out of the box here, take a look and see what they come out like. So the first one we've got is purple rose. This is an absolutely beautiful color, and I apologize for the fluorescent lights in here. They always seem to make your flowers a little bit funky. But there is purple rose. Here is cherry red right out of the box. I got gloves on because they're still a little over 100 degrees, but they look beautiful. And let's see what else we got in the box here. Oh, this is one of our newest colors. This is pink camo. We made this up during COVID, one of those when we had nothing to do times. But this really turned out to be an absolutely beautiful color. All right, so there's pink camo. We have fruit punch. So there's fruit punch. Get a really up close look at that flower. Absolutely beautiful. Here we also have blueberry. Again, right there into the lens. Give you a real cool look at your flower. Onto the tray. And last but not least, a very beautiful 4th of July. This is, again, one of my favorite mixes. I love the combination of the opal blue and the white. And this is where red really seems to shine. Red likes to be combined with other colors so that it makes a beautiful piece. So come see us, subscribe to our channel, like our videos, watch all kinds of cool things being made. And we'll see you soon again in the studio. Remember, we love custom orders. We love our customers. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Sheri, for your order.